come to see you. Can I sit there, please? Hi. I feel like this will be better. It has been such a crazy week, and I thought I would update you guys before I show you my updated makeup routine that I do as a 37-year-old. So my Nana Babu, which is my mum's dad, sadly passed away last week in India. He was suffering with a couple of brain tumours, which he got diagnosed with last year. The really sad part of it was that he got diagnosed, and 2 weeks later after his diagnosis, my nanny ma actually passed away really unexpectedly. My mum then spent 6 months in India with him and my uncle, and it was a bittersweet moment for my mum because my Nana Babu knew that he wasn't getting any better, and he said to her, you know, don't come back for me. He goes, this is going to be like the last time that we see each other. My mum overall has been really, really strong about it. That is only because her and her brothers knew that this was coming. But a loss of any parent hurts just as much, whether you know it's coming or you don't. And yeah, the past week has just been me spending a lot of time with my mum, making sure she's okay, making sure she's got people around her. And I shared a photo of my nanny man, Nana Babu. I'll put it here on the screen as well. And these two were married for over 70 years. I think it was 72 years. They are, hands on my heart, the sweetest people I ever knew. And one of the things that really got me thinking was that I was so sad that I never got to spend proper quality time with them. I feel like times like this, you always end up questioning and you always end up overthinking things. And growing up, I was from a very, very, very traditional and I would say quite orthodox Indian family. And my dad's mum, was definitely she was a strong character, and it was kind of her way or the highway. Whenever we would go to India, she wouldn't really like it if my mum went and spent like the week there. So I would only really see them for like maybe a day when I would go in the summer. And I feel like a day in a whole year, you don't really get to know your grandparents or even like your mum's side of the family. And I think that's just one of the things that I really regret, that I wasn't able to spend that much time with them. And weirdly, like I've asked them both for signs, like if you're here or if you can like hear me, then give me some sort of sign. And I've got signs for both of them. I've even got a sign for my dad whenever I feel like I need his like blessing or just want to feel like I'm close to him. But yeah, this past week has really, really, really got me thinking. So I just wanted to mention this. If any of your grandparents are still alive, then please, please, please spend time with them. Even if that is just sitting with them and just going to see them every now and again, please, please, please do it. Because as of last week, all my 4 grandparents are no longer here. My Bapuji, so my dad's dad, passed away when I was really, really young. My grandma then passed away 6 weeks before my dad passed away. So that was around it's just under 20 years ago now. Then my nanny ma passed away last year. And then obviously my Nana Babu passed away on the weekend. I was fortunate enough to spend a lot more time with them in my 20s than I did in my whole life. And I really got to know how kind and loving they were. Those memories I will cherish forever. I don't think I'd ever be able to forget that. She had a message from someone on Instagram saying losing a grandparent is really hard because it's like losing a piece of history. And that really hit me. I was like, oh my God, that is so true. Like I never saw it in that way. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. If anyone does have their grandparents still here, please, please, please go and see them, give them a hug. And now with like technology of being able to FaceTime them, I think it's just amazing. So please, please, please do it. If you're looking for a sign or if you haven't spoken to them in a while, please call them, ring them, go over and see them, give them a hug, ask them questions. Yeah, that's one thing I just wanted to start off. Today, I really, really, really wanted to share my updated kind of go-to glowy makeup that I've been wearing as a now 37-year-old. I definitely do not wear as much makeup as I used to, and I'm totally okay with that. I feel like my skin has changed so much. I remember waking up on my 30th birthday and feeling like my skin felt different. And so over the years, I've really toned things down, and instead of following trends, I do what I feel looks and feels good for my face. So I go in heavy with the skincare. The first thing I'm going to do is go in with these Radiance Glowing Essence Pads, and I'm just going to leave these on my skin for a little bit to kind of soak in all this it's kind of like a toner. I use it like a toner pad. I know it says essence, but I am going to use it like that. And this is a Korean skincare brand. And one thing I have noticed is a lot of Korean skincare is actually very like low tox friendly and non-toxic and clean. Already my skin is looking fresh. I actually haven't done my morning skincare routine, so I'm doing it kind of with you guys right now. Next up, I'm going to go in with my eye cream. This is the Caudalie Vino Perfect eye cream. And I'm going to get a good amount of that onto my eyes. And I always do this thing of going up in my brow bone as well. And make sure it's nice and blended out. I feel like I don't need to say this, but all the products that I use are as clean and low tox as possible. I try not to say non-toxic products. And the reason why is I genuinely think it's really difficult to live as like naturally as possible. I personally live by the 80-20 rule, and that just means that I have a little bit of leeway. Let's say I have clothes that I wear that aren't fully like natural fibers. It kind of gives me that leeway. And also it goes for some products that I use that aren't completely low tox. They are clean, but I don't use them all the time. But overall, when I am doing like an everyday face or like a face that I'm going to wear quite often, like the one that I'm going to show you today, everything is as low tox as possible. So the next step I do is a good facial oil. And I love facial oils in the morning because a lot of the times I don't wear makeup in the day, and these just allow my skin to soak up all their goodness throughout the day and work their magic. I usually take a mixture of these two. This is the Seasonally Tensio Lift, which is kind of supposed to be like Botox in a bottle. And this is my beloved Radiant Rani from Renavet. And what I do is I take a concoction of these into my hand. 1 pipette of the Radiant Rani, 1 pipette of the Seasonally oil. Get it all mixed up, and I get this onto my skin. This will keep my skin glowy like this for a couple of hours, but to really make it last, and trust me on this, I take this Skin Food Cleansing Balm from Weleda. Stick with me, honestly, it's worth it, but I take the tiniest little amount. Literally, I don't even know if you can see that. It's the tiniest amount, not even half a pea size. And I get that onto my hands as well, and get this all onto my face too. And this just makes the glow last. When you're getting older, this just allows your skin to be moisturized and hydrated under any kind of makeup. I've put on like a medium coverage foundation on top of this, and my skin still looks fab, but it just doesn't feel or look dry and cakey. So this is the skin prep that I do, and I will always, 9 times out of 10, when I am wearing quite a bit of makeup, I'll make sure I've exfoliated as well beforehand, but today I don't feel like I need to. I'm trying to grab my makeup out of my area, and I've got this guy sitting in my lap. I'm like squishing him and he will not move, will ya? No, I'm just gonna sit right here, right on your lap forever. My favorite concealer of all time is the Kosas concealers. These are so good, so hydrating, and they look beautiful on my skin. I've even used this concealer on my mum, who has a lot more mature skin than I do, and it just sits beautifully for her as well. I take 2 shades. I take a lighter shade in the areas that I want to brighten, and one that's more skin tone for the areas where I just want a little bit of help. So this is the shade 01, and I'm going to pop this on the inner corners of my eyes here. And then the shade 3.5W, I'm going to add that on the outer portions of my eyes, my chin, my forehead, my nose, and sometimes I'll do a little bit around my mouth. And it literally looks like I've got crazy dots all over my skin, but trust me, once this is blended out, it's going to look amazing. I've actually stopped using a beauty blender as well. I just use brushes now, and I don't know if it's just because me wanting to spend not crazy amounts of time doing my makeup, but I just feel like I can really push the product in without any sponge kind of soaking anything in. And this just looks super natural, fairly undetectable as well on the skin, which is why I love it. But I do want to show you one more thing. When I do want a little something on my base, and I should have put this on before the concealer, but I forgot, is this. This is the Kosas Dream Beam in the shade Sunlit. It's kind of like a bronzy like SPF. It's so nice. And I'm going to get this on my cheeks, and also a little bit on my forehead. And it just adds a little bit of extra glow and a teeny tiny bit of this like bronzy vibe to the skin. It's not like crazy detectable, but it just gives a really nice glow. And of course it's got the SPF in there, so it's a win-win. If I do ever use a sponge, it is this guy here. It's from the brand Tropic, and it's like a It's kind of like a poof slash sponge. And it's so nice, just kind of melting everything and pushing everything into the skin. Like this. 9 times out of 10, I will go in with a bit more of that concealer on my cheeks. And this is just adding a little bit of coverage to that area. And that is literally the base all done. You're probably thinking, why are you not powdering? And honestly, I skip the powder 9 times out of 10 unless I have an event or something like that to go to, because I feel like my skin just looks nice and glowy and radiant this way, rather than feeling like I've got like extra makeup on. I just love not powdering my under eyes. Your daddy's here, so you wanna go? Yeah. He's like, my dad's here now, so I'm gonna go. Hello, stretchy boy. So the only kind of powder I will use is like cheek products. This is the bronzer that I'm going to go in with. It's from RMS Beauty and it is in the shade Tan Lines. It is so stunning. It's got like a bit of a like sheen. I also feel like there's like oil on this because it's got that weird film at the top, but I can still get the product out, so we're just going to roll with it. It's got a really nice shimmer to it. And I used to be that person that used to avoid shimmery bronzers because I just didn't like them. I was like, I want it to be matte. But the older I've gotten, I'm so here for a shimmery bronzer. Another one that I love is the Kaushal bronzer. I think that is incredible. But this is also super, super beautiful. It just adds a really nice sun-kissed glow to the skin. I want to show you guys close up that my skin still looks like skin without it looking like it's got really heavy products on it. For blush, I'm going in with a cream one. This is from Say, and it is in the shade Sweetie. I'm just going to get that onto the apples of my cheeks like this. And I love me some blush, so I do go quite heavy with it. And then whatever's left, I take it over my nose like this. And to make sure everything's blended, I do go over with my foundation brush around the edges to make sure it's nice and seamless. Highlight wise, I am using this House Labs highlight. It is in the shade Peach Quartz, which I feel like I've used ever since I got it, maybe like a couple of years now. I still haven't hit pan and it is just so stunning. Let me show you. It just adds this gorgeous sheen, but you can build it up. If you want something like more intense, you can like kind of keep layering it up, but it is just beautiful. And then a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Side note, I'm loving all the way that my makeup like just flows, because in my last video I was like trying to reorganize everything, and I'm very happy with the new setup. For brows, I'm taking the Merit Brow 1990 and I'm just going to lightly fill them in. And then locking everything in place with the Kaushal Brow Gel. I think I mentioned this product in my last video, and it is the best clean mascara I have ever used, and it is the Ilia mascara. This is so, 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 so good. I have backups of this because I can never run out. But I get this onto both the top and the bottom of my lashes, but you can skip the bottom if that's not your thing. I mean, can you see my lashes? They look like I've got wispies on or something. Every time I get blown away by this whenever I use it. For lips, I'm taking my Tropic lip liner. This is in the shade Flirt. And then for my lips, 9 times out of 10, I use this, which is the Bioma pH lip oil. This is so stunning. You can use it with or without a lip liner, but this kind of adapts to the pH of your lips, and it gives it like a really nice, like pinky flush. Oh, I forgot. I'm taking the Innica eyeliner and just tight lining my lash line. And this is my go-to makeup as someone in their late 30s whose skin isn't the same as it used to be when she was in her 20s. And she's had to adapt things as life has gone on and as things have changed. And this is just something that I feel so comfortable in. My skin still feels like skin, it still feels glowy, it's still hydrated. Genuinely, this is my go-to makeup. I will switch up the colours here and there, but this is what I've been loving for most of this year. And yeah, I love the way that my skin glows in this, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope this makeup look has inspired you to do your makeup a little bit differently depending on what your skin needs and where your skin is at and what age you are at, because it is okay to not follow the trends that are all over social media. It's okay to not get sucked into buying viral products, because there are so many products out there that you probably have in your stash that are so good for you and work so beautifully on your skin. So that is just a little reminder that I want to mention. And is that everything, Doopy? You say, thank you for watching my mommy's videos. Yeah, thank you so much for watching my mommy's videos. And thank you for leaving comments. And thank you for subscribing. And she will see you in her next video. Okay, bye!